are essential oils? Does quality matter, and how do you use them? We're going to go through this section really quick because it is the basics, and because we want to get to the juicy stuff.
So first of all, I just like that we have an option that's safe, that's affordable, that's effective, and really fast. So natural solutions, they help minimize symptoms and address the root cause of problems. They're made of hundreds of natural compounds, so they work really well with our bodies. Safe benefits without side effects, and they're pennies per drop. I love this because they're super affordable. It doesn't cost a lot, and you don't need a lot. You only need a drop or two. You don't need a lot. So the plants are grown and harvested in a natural environment. Each leader undergoes multiple third-party testing. This is really fun. We did a tour and got to see some of the testing that they were doing, and that was really fun. Messenger oils are pure, genuine, authentic, and potent. Certified pure therapeutic grade is beyond organic, verified free of fillers and pesticides.
Especially when we're using oils on our children, isn't that one of the things that we love most about our essential oils? I know for me, that's what led me to oils, is when I was looking for another solution for my children. So thank you so much to doTERRA for having a solution that's safe for our children. Essential oils, we can use them several different ways. One of those ways is aromatically, putting them in a diffuser, putting them in your hand, and doing a personal diffuser, or any way you're getting them in your environment and into your olfactory system. So this is the best way to affect the mood. It's a great way to cleanse the air, and it's also really good for opening the airways.
I love aromatic. It just makes your house smell awesome. We're coming all the time and like, your house smells so good. Next, we're using this topically. This was really good. You can use them topically for targeted support. So if you have something that's aching in your shoulders or your neck or your leg, you can apply it directly to that area. Applying it to the spine or to the bottom is a great way to use it. And then internally, so taking this and taking it in a drop of or a glass of water. Make sure you use glass or stainless steel, never plastic, to drink your oil. So you can do that way, put a drop under your tongue, or put them in an empty capsule to help you kind of. This is a fun one too, and it tastes with honey. We like to do this and to scratchy throat. So just putting a teaspoon of lemon in some honey. Those really sweet shots.
Jason is taking out.
Very effective. Very low side effects. And not water. Check the sensitivity. This has you're prepared for success. So what to use, when to use them, how to use them. Using the emotion oils, how many of you here have been able to experience emotional oils? So as we're getting ready to go back to school, kids are going to have a lot of different emotions. Moms are going to have a lot of different emotions. I know for me, I did a little emotional. Having things like console are really great. And then I have a daughter that is a little bit anxious too. So having some peace and console for her helps a ton. The other one I love is motivate. I have some children that aren't super motivated. Sometimes I'm not super motivated to get out of bed. So this is a really fun one to have in the diffuser as you're using it aromatically. We have a diffuser that can be set on a timer in all of our kids' rooms. So it can actually go off when they wake up in the morning with motivate or something like that. So I love the motivate just to help get them motivated to go to school.
So these are a few more essential oils that we can use for the mood. It just helps to have a little bit more targeted application. And the wheel is nice because you can have your children look at that wheel and identify which emotion they're feeling the strongest or which one you want to address in that moment. And then select the most appropriate oil for that work. Children are really intuitive too. So sometimes just letting them smell the bottles and letting them choose what they need is a great way to figure out what will be best for them. But the tried and true oils of Balance, Serenity, lemon, and then Intune is a great one for going back to school. Intune is a focus blend, so it's really good for focus and attention. It's what we put on actually right before taking this class. And it feels so good. It helps to calm the nervous system. A great place to put it is on the back of the neck, like at the base of the occipital triangle, that where the neck dips in on both sides. And it's a really good place to put it. Also the bottoms of the feet. This is a stronger smelling oil. Some children don't like it, or they're just worried about how they're going to smell going to school. And that's something that we want to be conscientious of. So putting it on the bottoms of the feet, putting the socks on is another really great way to do it for sending your children off to school. But Intune is really good, helping with that focus and attention, which seems to be the kind of the cause of lots of other issues in school. Oh, we are. She's got the clicker. So I didn't even notice. Natural solutions. Okay, so other suggestions, I guess, is what this one is for focus and attention. Peppermint, wild orange, rosemary. They're all really great for brain function. These are really good to use too while you're studying. They help you to recall and retain information. You can use it while studying and then again while testing, and it's really good for that recall. So great oils for brain function.
Great. Digestive support. This is a big one. A lot of fun issues. I got nervous tummy going to school. I just got super nervous. Still sometimes get nervous tummy. So digestion is a really great option for me. And I'll actually use this sometimes on the back of my neck just to help the smell closer. I'm just going to often come here and put it under the tongue. So just, okay. So it's a really great option for that, for nervous tummies. And then any kind of digestive upset, it helps with that as well. So you can just again roll up over the tummy, you can rock down a little bit with water. And then PBSS, this is our favorite in our house. My daughter has her own box every month. This is mine. It's a probiotic that helps soothe the stomach. It's really great for upset that they might have, but it helps keep the digestive tract super healthy. And then encapsulate it so they get to the core of where they need to go to do their jobs. This is great. How many of you have tried this? This is, all the mommies, like, I think all moms have their own box too, right? Kids have their own box, moms have their own box sitting somewhere because it tastes so yummy. And even really little ones like it and can take it. So they open it and just pour it in. And then sleep, this is actually what brought me to doTERRA. So as kids are getting ready to go back to school, I have older kids now, but they don't like to go to bed. They like to stay up all night long. And mom doesn't sleep always. And so these have been great tools for me. This is actually why I fell in love with doTERRA products, is that I was really struggling to get restful night's sleep. And a girlfriend of mine put Balance and Serenity on my hand. And I went home and slept really well, really peacefully. And then upstairs, I called and said, what did you give me? And she said, Balance and Serenity. So these have been amazing for sleep. I love them in the diffuser at night. I put them in about a half an hour before I go to sleep. And we'll give them to my kids. My kids are older, so they can do the Serenity soft gels that I love. And I can give these to my kids. But if you have younger kids, just putting Serenity and Balance either on their feet or their temples, across the temples, or across their chest. I also love these. I'll use them during the day. Balance can be a piece, can be used for sleep. I'll use them during the day to help relax as well.
On Guard is a great one for immune support. It's a protective blend. So it's a good one to use on a regular basis because we want to practice preventative health care, right? We want to try to avoid illnesses. So using On Guard on a regular basis is a really great option. And then if you do come across something, which when you guys notice it's like usually October that children start getting super sick, They start school end of August through September and then October. There are other theories on that, having to do with holidays and sweets, but being exposed to lots of other children is a big cause of that too. So keeping on guard, going in your environment, in your system, on your hands on a regular basis is really important. And then just if you do have an illness or something come up, use it more frequently throughout the day, just to keep that exposure of on guard in your system. Again, bottoms of the feet, the back of on the spine is a really good place to put it. And for children with sensitive skin, that's where we usually do it. And then the on guard hand cleanser is also a really great option for keeping your hands clean and just keeping the spread of germs that way. So we made on guard hand cleanser tonight. It is a 15 milliliter bottle with 10 drops of on guard, the rest filled with coconut oil. You can just use water if you like. Shake it up with a spray bottle and you're good to go.
I think this is a hand cleanser to school with my kids. We also make up kind of a mass teacher's gift, so at the beginning of the year and then halfway through the year, so that we have more. Just so that the classroom is benefiting from having that on guard and how the immune system is used as well. These are some other products that are on-guard products. So on-guard for the drops, there's on-guard hand cleanser. Foaming hand wash, there we go. Foaming hand wash, and then there's laundry soap, and then really great soft gels. Just to keep your immune system healthy. Respiratory support. So breathing fragrances, these are just some basic options. There are several others. Does anybody have a favorite respiratory support that they use for them? No? So I really love to do breathe and lime together. And if you don't know, lime is actually the product of the month that you get for free if you do a 125 PB order. And so mixing breathe and lime together makes really great respiratory support. I love to just put this in my hands and breathe it in. We use the breathe in frankincense a lot on my daughter. I'll just put it on her chest and then have her breathe it in. Use it on her feet. Use it in the diffuser. I like to breathe with Serenity at night for sleep because it helps open up airways. So I put breathe with Serenity in the diffuser at night to help. So chest, throat, back, diffusing the air or driving in the bottle.
This is one of the things I think that mothers are in, okay, maybe I can't go that route. This is something that mothers of young children deal with very frequently and have to go seek other means to support their children through this. And so using melaleuca and lavender for earaches is really, really effective, especially because you can use it right at the onset or right at the suspicion of a problem. You don't have to wait until it's very serious and they're miserable and in pain and suffering for days. So when we use melaleuca and lavender, we put it right in front of the ear and right behind the ear. You can also put it down this station tube. And you just don't want to drip it directly into the ear. Those are very delicate tissues and essential oils are very powerful. We don't need them to be directly in there. So you can put it on a cotton ball and put that in the air if needed. And again, you can repeat as frequently as needed because the oils are safe. But oftentimes, if you're able to start using them right at the onset of a problem, then you can get over it much more quickly as well.
Yeah. So my son, used to go swimming, and he would get a lot of pain in his ears, like sound in his ear from swimming. And we found that melaleuca and lavender are really effective to help that noise in his ear from swimming and to help open up so he's able to swim. The same two oils, melaleuca and lavender, are really great. This is for empowering lungs. So anytime you have something that you want to keep clean, and that you want to keep clean, is a great tool. Same thing as the on-guard sanitizer. You can put it in a spray bottle and spray it on areas that you don't have to touch. But it helps things go faster, and it helps keep moist in the skin. And then heating up is really good for any kind of soreness in the muscles. So I would do that.
Discomfort.
Discomfort, yes. Discomfort has been getting better. So, and then head tension. So these are great choices. Lavender, I like the lavender peppermint frankincense combination if I have tension in my head or sometimes my jaw gets super tight. And so just being able to rub frankincense, lavender, and peppermint on my jaw is helpful. And for kids too. My daughter loves to do supplements to school because she gets kind of anxious sometimes going. And so peppermint is her oil of choice. She wears it on her chest when she feels like it opens up her nose and helps her feel more free and helps her feel more calm. So we love this for her to get to school. And then past tense, similar, that you can just go across your forehead because this part has past tense can be a little warm, so that there's on that for young children, especially if you listen to the skin. They want to be really comfortable.
One thing to know, if your children are getting head tension or pain in their head frequently, that a couple of main causes of that are lack of sleep and lack of hydration. So always address those as well as turn to your oils. Encouraging them to drink and get the adequate sleep is very important. It's a girl thing. Okay, we talk about those kinds of things. We talk about the food, then we talk about this stuff. So, girls, we have this lovely monthly cycle that allows us to have children, which is such a blessing. But it's not very nice to deal with on a monthly basis. Some of the things that come along with it. So, Clarity Calm is an amazing blend of oils that is really great for relieving pain and discomfort, as well as balancing mood during your menstrual cycle. It's good any time of the month. When aren't we hormonal? Come on, really. Anytime. You can just say it's the hormones, and it's true. So using, I say that this is a woman's favorite blend, but it's also a man, you have a woman in your life, it's your favorite blend too. But I have talked to mothers and children. One mother in particular has a 14-year-old daughter who would have to miss school for a few days at a time every month when this would come around. And because of Clarity Calm, she's able to stay in school and actually not have to miss out on those things. So it's a really great oil. You can rub it directly on the abdomen for the pain and discomfort. You can also rub it on your wrists so it's close, you can smell it.
If you haven't used this on a daily basis, then start using it on a daily basis and see how much life changes. We don't really think about it. We'll think about it when, that once a month. And then to encourage your women in your lives to use it on a monthly basis or on a daily basis rather than monthly. Because it changes things really quickly. My daughter has started to use this and same thing. She is not having that hard day where she's missing school anymore because she's using it consistently. It's been a huge difference for her. I think that she would tell you that this is her favorite oil. It is probably her true favorite. But we use this in our house a lot. And it makes a difference to use it just because it does help really effectively.
Blemishes are another not very fun thing that we get to deal with as we're getting older, as children are getting older. So, yeah, it affects your self-esteem, self-confidence. It's very hard to deal with that. So doTERRA has the cleansing face wash. They also have the HD Clear line, which they have a foaming face wash, and then toner, and they also have a topical one, which is for troubled areas. And they are really wonderful. I had poor complexion as a teenager, and I went through using some pretty harsh products, and I have had effects from that, for a really long time. Even in dental visits, they can see the effects of those products on teeth. So having something that's safe and natural, again, is so important, especially when our children are so young. But to still have them using something that will work for them so that they can have the confidence and not be worried about their complexion.
So on that note, this is a really big deal. We don't address it. We're having good help. Right? We're not addressing where is it coming from. So we need to talk about what's happening internally in their body because of those oils. It could be hormonal, right? For these kids as they're growing, you can have hormonal overdose. But a lot of times it's because they don't have the support that their body needs for the digestive system to do what it's supposed to do. And so this is where these products come in. Because these true whole vitamins are really great for nutritional support so that the body can have the nutrition that it needs for what it's supposed to do. And then the IQ Omega is really good as they're going to school to help with brain function. It's really important that they have these key nutrients that these two products offer so that their brains can function the way that they're supposed to. Essential fatty acids are really important for brain development and brain function. Those. It's also really important for digestive health and heart health. And the lifelong vitality, so for older children, if you have kids, it's over 12, right? Yeah. I know some moms give like half of those, or like one household member, but I think it's 12, that they can start taking the adult lifelong vitality. So if you have older kids, you can use older children, you can use this, and about that age, I would still be giving them half of the adult dose. So there are ones for the adult dose giving them half. But this is going to help with helps promote health and help immune function. It helps us to have a healthy immunological response. So that's really important. I've also heard that this helps with sleep. So for people that take these, they're getting more rest from that sleep. Yeah, parents take those too. Some parents still have little children and sleeping through the night. And so taking these so that you have a lot of energy is really important.
Yeah, I know we're talking about back to school tonight, but remember that we can only give our best to our children if we're also taking care of ourselves. So remember to be using all of these oils, the emotional oils, the probiotics, the lifelong vitality products for ourselves as well as our children. It's really important so that we can be the best parents we can and be there for them as they need it to school. Okay, so here's some extras that are going to help us just with changing our lifestyle, help us to set us up for success. Establishing a daily routine can be really important. Children especially thrive on routine. So having the oils planned that you use in the morning and the supplements that you use in the morning so that they know they can count on those. And then maybe after school when they get home, you use something before doing homework. And then before bed, you know that you're going to do certain things before going to bed to help prepare them. And having a good night's sleep, again, is so important for preventing things and help support the immune system as well as the attention and focus and all of those things. So helping them to get a more restful night's sleep is really, really important. Having all those things part of your routine will help you to be more successful in using them. And these are some tools that are good for supporting you. Having a good, healthy diet is so important, and eliminating things that are not supportive to your body are going to be really, really important. You will notice a huge difference in your children's behavior, in their productivity, in their results, in their schoolwork, just by making some shifts in their diet and helping them to have a good, healthy breakfast before they go to school. Now, you don't think that means a Pop-Tart, sorry, but you know, give them a good breakfast and send them off with something that will feed their brain and their body. The emotional oils, is a good one to use if you want to find specific emotions and oils to support them with. Having a diffuser in your home or in several rooms in your home is really nice. I love diffusing oils too, especially for older children who may be resistant to using oils, because if it's in their home, they don't really have a choice. It's going to get in them and it's going to influence their mood either way. So also talking with your children's teacher. You're on the same side. So if you feel a need to have oils sent to school with your children, or maybe in their backpack just in case, or maybe you have certain things you know helps your child with oils and you want the teacher to call you and you would come to the school to help your child do that with oils. I know there are moms who have children that have feelings of anxiousness, and they're able to go to the school and do an aroma-touch hand technique on their child, and they can go on back to their classroom and be just fine in the classroom. So be on your teacher's side and talk with them about what your preferences are for your child. simple things like a diffuser necklace or diffuser bracelets, putting oils on them so that your children have those at school that they can, take a little with whenever they need it. And the doTERRA keychain case is nice too for them to be able to choose which oils they are going to want to have with them.
So these are just some other products that can help support in our home different ways that we want to have. So replacing toxic things in our home, like shampoos and conditioners, would be really healthy. They don't have those same chemicals that it's helpful. And then Vitamin Max, if you need extra energy after using the vitamins, extra energy, that's a great product. And then and then with doTERRA, we have tools to help our kids succeed in school. So they can be there and be healthier and be more focused in their life.
So if you are new to doTERRA, you may be wondering how many of you do that very quickly. You can buy them at retail, which we usually don't let anybody do because we like you. And doTERRA has a great wholesale option that we all love to use. So with the wholesale membership, it has a lot of really great benefits. It's really the smartest way to buy your oils. You get a great discount on all the products you purchase. You can also participate in the loyalty rewards program, which is the way to earn free product. I just got my mother-in-law a really generous gift that I would normally get her, and I got it free with doTERRA's home. I got her, we got her the entire emotional aromatherapy kit. So she's going to a funeral tomorrow. I thought it was appropriate, and it was really nice that we could do that. So lots of other great benefits to doTERRA's wholesale option. They do have kits as well, and the kits are nice because it's just a good starting point. And most of them are set up to be just the basics that you need in your home to get started, and you can build your collection from there. And the kits are really, really helpful. So go ahead and make sure you talk to whoever invited you to this class tonight, and they will help you learn everything you need to know about getting started with your wholesale membership so that you can be prepared for success in your home as you go back to school. And really always, doTERRA will benefit your lives in more ways than just back to school. Thank you.
Yes, questions? Anybody have questions or comments? Anybody want to? Thank you.
Mom was awesome. You're awesome. So we have a 10-minute break. I thought we would stay in here and ladies in here for any Q&A, or maybe we're going to send a helper with Brianna. Okay, and Brianna has a back-to-school easy-to-do snack for us to try during our break, and then we'll come back for the business training. Does that work for you? Okay, I've been in Louisiana. That's not sorry, Louisiana, another on there. So any questions you guys have? These ladies would love to answer anything. I love the hand sanitizer. That's a quick, easy way for you to empower your kids and send them off to school. You guys don't have questions, I'll start asking Nikki because I'm expecting my first one, not the school's like around the corner. But so what is a great morning regimen that you guys have come up with that's doable to start your day off, or a nighttime regimen during school? Can live still hear us?
No.
No, they're on break. Okay.
Still gonna need the mic.
If you talk really loud for you.
Okay, well, you can.
Okay.
We have different age children. I have younger children, and we homeschool, so we don't have to leave the house by any certain time, which is nice. We just roll out of bed whenever we want to. But we do like to use citrus oils in the morning just to perk up the energy and the mood, wake us up, and start us off on a good foot. And then we like to use the supplements, the children's chewables, and omega oils, and my children are a little bit resistant to the omega oils, so I give them those two first and then give them their treat, the PBSS, and that seems to work well.
That's a good tip that I've heard a lot, because if you guys haven't tried has anybody not tried the PBSS? 3? Have you guys tried it? I might have 3 in my bag. I just got back from traveling. Unfortunately, I have not unpacked my bag, so I just brought it along. So let me see if I do. But that is a really good tip to have them, because the omegas, we as adults don't really love them. Although the doTERRA one, you don't get the burps after taking them. So that's a huge thing if you've ever tried any other omegas. But that's a really good tip. I've heard lots of parents share that give them the stuff they have to take, and then that treat, it's like a pixie stick for real. So it's really good. So good motivation. I love that. That one's a good tip. And then if you're a grandma, aunt, uncle, I haven't been a mom for a really long time, but I've had lots of nieces and nephews. And so would you feel comfortable starting, like if you had grandkids staying over or nieces and nephews, is that a regimen that you would start them off with, or?
You mean if they weren't grandchildren?
Yeah. What would you feel comfortable?
I would, absolutely. I don't think they'd let you get by without letting them have some too. We also like to use oils in our food. So good breakfast foods are like oatmeal or sauerkraut, something like that. We drop cinnamon in your oatmeal, or orange, or we usually do cinnamon. But it's really good. It's very sustaining, and it's not sugar laden. You can also put in your smoothies. So just to stay away from some of that, we get giving them something to feel right.
And Nikki, before you start this, Nikki has older kids. So this is a great question for younger kids to older kids. If you have older kids or older grandkids, how you might start a daily regimen with older kids.
So we homeschool to 9 years. But we're in the same over starting the day with something super healthy like oatmeal. So it's going to help them not have that crash during the day, that they can sometimes get tired and not be focusing quite as well in school. And so having them really helps them not crash. Say that now. Anyway, we're not. So it helps their blood sugar stay stable so that they can focus. So the stabilizes blood sugar so they can focus. And then we do smoothies. So a lot of our house, I don't know how we open them. Look it up. There's this guy right here. He is the king. He brings these smoothies to that every day. And we smoothies for kids get off the store, and I'm home with them. So we usually get something this week. Before they go off to school. And then trying to make sure they have some healthy foods for lunch is really important to us too. And so that we're not just giving them a lot of processed food for school. And they do, we love to use this kind of, oh, well, your people don't
like
use
a pixie stick.
Yeah. But so making sure that they have these, so they'll either take these in the morning, or they'll just take them to school with them. But I guess you'll little use this to hack every day. That's one of our routines.
And Nikki or maybe Lucas made On Guard or doTERRA Powerball for you.
Oh yeah, the sun is
Okay.
Awesome.
But those are a great snack too. They have a lot of protein, they have oats, so sustain your appetite, and again, your blood sugar levels. They taste really good, and they have a little dose of a little drop of oil in them as well. So, wild orange.
So how's the PBSS?
Yeah, it's delicious.
It's so good.
That's really good,
Yeah.
right?
So how to do it again? What is the?
Yeah, I think we're gonna go over there.
So they help with digestion.
Oh, we
So they help with digestion easier and help with the healthy bacteria like that, so that it can be healthy. It also helps with brain function. It said that your brain is your second, or your, they do this.
Yeah.
Your gut is your second brain, and so making sure that you have healthy gut. Pretty much everything starts in the gut, and so making sure that you and your children have healthy gut ensures overall health. And so these are just one of my favorites.
So do you
This
one
one
a
a
day?
day, digestive enzymes, one a day.
If you can resist. If you can control yourself.
And I use
Moms get you.
also. So I take both. I take this because it tastes good, and then I still take the adult version as a probiotic as well.
And this is on sale this month, 10%
Yeah,
off.
10% off.
Yeah.
So is the adult one not
It's a.
It's not a picky stick.
It's a
capsule.
double
Yeah.
encapsulated capsule, and so it gets through the stomach acid so that it can do its job where it's supposed to. Really great.
Yeah.
And you can take it right before bed. It's a really good time to take it. If you're taking the TerraZyme, how many of you are on TerraZyme already? If you're not, try it, because it's amazing. Take it about a half an hour before each meal, so 3 a day is ideal, but take it about a half an hour before you eat. It makes a really big difference for your digestive system. And then taking your probiotic at a different time. So you don't want to take them together because they do different things with your mind. And so taking your probiotic before you go to bed at night is really important. And having that TerraZyme throughout the day, just before you eat your meal. If you forget to take it and you eat, you can take it with your meal, but it works. It's most effective if you take it off.
Awesome. Great information, right? You just got to ask more questions. You guys are full of it. Great information. Full of it. Anybody can do this business.
I have a question. So,
Yes.
is in the school systems, is there any rules about kids bringing their essential oils, like
I
bringing
think it depends on where you
roller?
are, and I think it depends to teacher to teacher. I think it depends what you're using it for.
We had some in school with glass bottles, so like our daughter used free, so we did the free stick that plastic, so that was fine.
Or they have the little wispy diffusers. Like there are ways to do other things.
It really just depends. And this,
I love-
this is
yeah.
dependent on, she talked about communicating with your teacher. I have amazing relationships. So my kids were homeschooled until 2 years ago. And I have really crazy, amazing relationships with every single one of the teachers. I'm there 3 to 5 days a week in the classroom, working with teachers. And so I have these crazy, awesome relationships. And so the teachers are more open to using them. And we get to know these school and kids are off. There's a lot of parent involvement. So we get to know each other as parents and communicate and really understand why we're using these products. I think a lot of where you run into problems is that you're just trying to like hide them and sneak them in. But really, if you go in and just have a conversation, there's ways and build relationships to use oils. So even if it's just that little necklace diffuser or the bracelets that you're just going to use school, it's a great option. But just have that open communication with teachers and also the office and staff and principals and that too. So.
I think it's a lot like traditional healthcare practitioners. They just don't know. And as a teacher, that's their job, is to protect the kids. And so I think helping them to understand, even if it's basics, can be helpful. But I love the jewelry idea as well. Did Brianna say we're going in there, or should we bring it?
Oh, I think it's ready. I'm
Okay.
just going to say, I'm trying to give the teachers something that let's say, like as a gift to
That's
them,
awesome.
and then they're already planning for.
That's a really great idea. So you guys, we're going into the kitchen, well, where we did the make and take for a back to school snack, and then we'll be back in here.
Yeah, like 5 minutes.
5 minutes. You can eat your snacks really fast.
Let's wrap them here, and then on the other side of the phone.
Or bring them back in here.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, we'll be back. This is Nikki. Hi. Hi, guys. We'll be back. We're going to have 5 minutes. Go get a drink of water, get your oils, and we'll be back in 5 minutes. All right, you guys.
Guys.
Okay, see you soon.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Bridget, I'm going to leave this line open in case, and I'll stop the recording here, actually.
Okay, perfect.